Hi guys, this is Dr. Frashana. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Like always, it's such an honor to connect with you. Today, I want to talk about dysfunction, societal dysfunction, how it's been normalized, the long-term effects, and some solutions. So number one, what is dysfunction? Dysfunction is unhealthy behaviors and attitudes. What does it look like? It looks like put downs, criticisms, explosions, poor choices with finances, slacking behavior, spewing in misery, excessive conversations, being overreactive, making repetitive choices that aren't working. So, how has dysfunction been normalized in society? Number one, we have become a society that highlights and celebrates deranged behavior through social media, music, shows. It's about who can outdo the other with vulgar or dysfunctional behavior because many individuals are constantly in unconscious states. Ego based behavior is emphasized. Basically, it gets the most attention, right? Think about it. Think about the news, think about tweets and whatever venue, social media avenue that you use. Negative behavior, dysfunctional behavior is it gets the most attention, right? And that's what's most celebrated, unfortunately. So, how are we programmed to dysfunction? How does that even happen? Let's really try to understand that. Number one, our subconscious mind is most influential to programming. There's the subconscious mind, analytical mind, and the conscious mind. The goal is to activate the frontal cortex. That's where the conscious mind predominantly exists. The average human being wakes up thinking about their problems and anticipating what will go wrong. Just think about this for yourself. As soon as you wake up, what are you thinking about? You're either replaying what happened the day before or that week, or you're thinking about, oh no, all the things that you have to do or what might go wrong. Approximately 86% of the world's first action is to reach for their phone, if not more. When they wake up and sleep, they reach for their phone. And both times, our subconscious mind is most susceptible. Here, we bombard ourselves with social media. Basically, we program ourselves to dysfunction. The emails, social media, etc., remind us of associated emotions to the known, such as people in our lives, the lack in our lives, who did what to us, what's not going right in the world. And hence, dysfunction is reinforced. Then we get to the analytical mind. We go throughout our day reacting to people, places, and life unfoldings. Many of us get stuck here. Dysfunction becomes further normalized, basically living in stress, problem focus, inner frenzy, rushed mode. This state of being becomes muscle memory. That is reinforced over and over. Our environment starts conditioning our mind and body, basically. So, what are the long-term effects on individuals, children, and families? First of all, it's important to understand that dysfunction spreads like wildfire. Dysfunction breeds dysfunction. Remember these two facts. Our brain is a record of the past, and our thoughts create our destiny. So with dysfunction around, our programming gets activated. We think of the family problem or dysfunction. Then we have certain feelings associated with the problem. We internalize it, and then we get addicted to certain emotions, those negative emotions. Hence, we start replaying and acting out those emotions in our own lives. Basically, our body's muscle memory activates our insecurities and old emotional patterns. Hence, dysfunction breeds dysfunction. Next, it lowers our immunity. Extremely important to understand that, right? If you are in that state of fight, flight, and freeze by thinking about these, by thinking about dysfunction, engaging in dysfunctional conversations, it only lowers your immunity. Because remember, your subconscious mind believes whatever you tell it. So once you start replaying those thoughts or those events in your mind or even in conversation, your body starts believing that it's in that situation at that moment. Next, It teaches the next generation negative patterns of dealing with problems. Remember, programs are etched in our memory. Particularly, the analytical mind doesn't even develop until age 7 and onward. So prior to that, many of us are programmed by the shows we watch, how caregivers dealt with emotions, were they vocal or not, were they angry most of the time, how they dealt with anger, or did they have a victim mentality. Dysfunctional dynamics continue to pass down from generation to generation if we are not aware. Next, dysfunction leads to trauma bonding. What is trauma bonding? Trauma bonds are emotional bonds with an individual or a group of people that arise from recurring cyclical patterns of dysfunction, where there's exclusion, silent treatments because you spoke up against some wrong in the family. There's gossiping, manipulation, and basically it's perpetuated by intermittent reinforcement through rewards and punishment. In such dynamics, you were rewarded for allowing dysfunction or staying silent or retreating after speaking up and given the cold shoulder if you spoke up, hence opening the door to constant discrepancies. There was a lot of inconsistency. So because of that, you constantly seek the caregiver's attention and approval, right? Because there's that unmet need. So basically I'm going to explain this a little bit simple. I'll simplify it. Basically, there's a need to stand up. It's seen as an attack. The dysfunctional individual or unconscious individual deflects, denies. You are punished, gaslighted. And that discrepancy of hot and cold creates the need to continuously seek the individual's attention and approval. So next, what are some solutions? What can we do as a society? How can we change this? So some solutions for yourself. Ask yourself, how am I contributing to the dysfunctional behavior? Am I being vocal enough? Am I engaging in follow-up behavior? Am I getting stuck in a narrative such as a couple's narrative or a family narrative or extended family narrative, work narrative? Notice it and say, hello, old programming. Engage in self-care. Remember, positivity and healing helps weed out dysfunction in your life. There is no room for it. Unconscious individuals either rise up to your level of consciousness or naturally separate from your life. Extremely important to remember that. Next, engage in self-preservation behavior. Say, I don't want it. I'm not going to add unnecessary tension into my life. So pick and choose your battles. Meditate, because the more you meditate, the more you know yourself, the more you are aligning those brain waves and you're not reactive to society. You are more in control of your thinking and your body. Don't simmer in it and overthink situations. Learn ways not to ruminate over problems. Remember, the same thoughts lead to the same choices, so practice a new way of being. Think, I don't do dysfunction. Break addictions to certain negative emotions. Notice what negative emotions you're addicted to. Notice those habitual states and learn to self-regulate. Stop replaying your past every morning. Start to replay your greatness. Some solutions for couples. Call out the dysfunction. Label it. Say, stop gaslighting me. Stop putting me down. Get out of any narrative you pigeonhole your relationship into. So get out of those narratives of like, oh, he never prioritizes me or she never appreciates me. Get out of those narratives and vocalize your needs. You personally stop the dysfunction. Vocalize, as I mentioned, what you need and communicate clearly. So many problems just stem from not being able to communicate clearly. Some solutions for children. Teach children how to be vocal and teach children to move away from dysfunction. Teach them that they're not a plant. They have legs. They can get up and move when they see dysfunctions. They don't have to engage in negative conversations. Teach them to be leaders and not followers. They can disengage from a negative conversation. They actually have that option. Teach them that. Next, you don't have to succumb to society's normalization of dysfunction. Have a I'm not going to be a victim to any circumstance mindset. This particularly applies to loved ones you're responsible for. For some reason, there's a submissive nature that people engage in nowadays. Like, oh, it's just the way it is. Children just don't listen to their parents anymore. No, you don't normalize it. That's it. It's that simple, right? Don't be a passenger in life, right? Don't be in the driver's seat in your life, in your family's life, in your kids' lives. Next, from solutions for families. Don't sweep problems under the rug. Don't prolong getting help. Call out dysfunctional behavior, correct it, vocalize your needs, ask for help. Don't be in doom and gloom states in your family dynamic. Bring good energy to your home, right? So have things to look forward to. Make memories, go on trips, go on adventures, right? Clarity is key. Have a rule of be love, not hate in your family, of the way you communicate to each other, the way you interact with each other. So, as a society, let's talk about this. Let's identify dysfunction. Let's teach our children what dysfunction looks like. Let's teach our children how to handle dysfunction. As a society, let's learn how to be more conscious in conscious states versus reactive states. Don't be in rush mode, overwhelm mode, accomplish mode. It's not worth it. Let's not be in such fatigue states that the subconscious mind is susceptible to dysfunctional dynamics. Stop normalizing deranged behavior through social media and culture and trends, codependency struggles, music, other people's issues. Just stop it, right? And again, the main thing here is don't be in this passive state of, oh, it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. No, it's the way it is. It's because we allow it. We have allowed it, right? You can't just sit here and say, oh, it's just the dynamic of society. No, it's not. It starts with that one person. That one person taking care of themselves, engaging in changing their mindset, engaging in healthy behaviors. Just like dysfunction breeds dysfunction, healthy behaviors breed healthy behaviors. It's also contagious. So be that one person that goes out there and starts working on themselves. And then you're going to spread that light because other people are going to be attracted to the light. Like, whoa, I want to be like this person. And then they start working on themselves. And then they spread the energy. And you see how that the domino effect starts? So don't be in that passive, like, oh, it's just the way it is. That's just the way society is. No, you need to start changing that. And it starts with that one person who spreads their light. And that light spreads to another person. So remember that, guys. All right. I hope this is helpful. Take care of yourself. You guys rock. And hope to see you soon.